So I've got Clip Studio on, and we're gonna draw. What are we gonna draw? I don't know yet. Let's figure it out together, like friends do. What could we draw? Can't draw anything naughty. Family-friendly channel. Let's think. What would be fun? Let's draw. What's relevant? Get that like new Pokemon movie coming out. Draw Pokemon, I guess. You know, Pikachu's really fluffy. Let's draw. I'm gonna need to pull up a reference real quick on my phone, but let's draw a fluffy Pikachu. Fluffy Pikachu sounds great, if you ask me. I just try to use my Cintiq stylus as a phone stylus because I'm
Quack.
stupid. La-da-dee-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-da. La-da-dee-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-da. Let's draw Pikachu. Put that over there. Ugh. Sorry for being unprofessional. Okay. Pikachu it is. Let's do it. We're gonna start with he's kind of a bean, ain't he? Let's start with a circle. And we're gonna go with like a little beanbag kind of shape down here. Because he's Pikachu. He's a big fat bean. Oh, big fat bean, that boy. Big fat bean boy he is. Now, if you're wondering what happened to Doodles with Friends, a lot. A lot went wrong. That's all you really need to know. That's why you're getting this today, instead of Doodles with Friends, because I fucked up. That's basically it, really. If you like this format, actually, let me know. I don't usually do face cam things. I don't like showing off my face too much, but you know, I'd be willing to do this again. You guys are down. What the fuck you want, Discord? What's going on? I actually don't know. I didn't. What? I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. Fuck it. I'll deal with it later. So we got Pikachu. He's peeking at you. I am funny. Oh, kill me. Let's see here. We've got. Don't kill me, please. I have nothing left to live for, but I still want to live. No, don't. What's that? What is that doing? He's got little fat, chubby arms. Pikachu's an adorable little Pokemon, I'd say. What do you guys think about that new Pikachu movie, though? The Detective Pikachu. That's a hoot, ain't it? So far, it got Ryan Reynolds voicing that Pikachu in that movie. That's gonna be interesting. It's gonna sound like Deadpool. I'm probably gonna see the movie myself, but I can't help but think I'm only gonna hear Deadpool every time Pikachu speaks. So you know, there's that. He's got little feet. Pikachu's got tiny feet. Guys, did you know that? Pikachu's got tiny little feet. Little feet. How does his tail go? It's like a staircase, like a little lightning bolt. There we go. Bop. Bop, 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 bop. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like Garfield. we can do better. We can do better. So let's see here. This guy's step. Step. Step, and he's got the big step. So step. Step. Then big step. That's probably the best I'm gonna be able to get it. I don't draw Pokemon. I don't draw a whole lot of animals, to be honest. I drew a bunny. Bunny was pretty good. Too lazy to throw it up on the screen, but just take my word for it or check my Twitter. Would you be surprised if I told you this was being recorded at 6:30 in the morning because I don't sleep and I done fucked everything? Ooh. I feel bad because now that the episode I was editing for Doodles with Friends might not ever come out because I'm stupid, and that kind of bums me out. I know we don't have a whole lot of subscribers on this channel, but you know, I at least try to keep myself happy with my own quality. At least try. Sometimes I fail. In fact, a lot of the time I do fail. It's called being human and stupid. But yeah, we got Pikachu. Now, what's weird about the Detective Pikachu is he's really fluffy, which I never really thought about Pikachu being fluffy. Not gonna lie, I know he's a mouse, but I never really thought about, you know, Pikachu has fur. And I just never thought about it. Oh, his like ears actually curve in a little bit like that with the thingy there. Yeah. I'm trying not to like zoom in or zoom out a whole lot when I'm drawing, especially for like this kind of stuff. Mainly because I find it annoying when I watch videos and the person who's drawing zooms in and out a lot. That's my own personal preference. I know not everyone feels the same, so. But yeah. So I don't want to zoom in too much, but I just need to zoom in so I can do the line work here. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with a bigger brush because I like the thick lines on Pikachu. I like my Pikachu with thick lines, boy. Thick Pika boy lines. Now, I actually didn't tell Bryce that this was happening, mainly because he's asleep right now. So, we'll keep this a secret till he sees it. Just between you and me. Alright? Me and you. We're good. Hush. Don't tell Bryce. Let him find out. Let him find out. Look at this Pikachu. That arm's a little too fat. Let's do it like that. And then, but let's do that, that down, put that like that. Do a little bit of that. He's got like a line somewhere around there. I'm gonna say it's right there. But, well, you know what? I'll just do that with colors. I'll color this on this episode. Not really sure what to call this episode. It's not necessarily Doodles with Friends. It's kind of a Doodles with Casey. Hi. By the way, I'm Casey. I don't know if I've ever actually introduced myself properly on this show before. Let's go ahead and fill in those black voidless eyes. And do a little bit of this. Just make it more animu. Why not? I'm actually not that much of a Pokemon fan, believe it or not. I grew up around it. I've actually got a cute, fun little Rowlet that Bryce got me over here. It's one right there. Good boy. But overall, I don't really watch Pokemon or anything. So I wish I could turn the camera so you could see all of this, like what I'm drawing on, but I can't. It's a Cintiq HD. I think a 13 sounds about right. But yeah, it's kind of what I used to draw. Let's color Pikachu. Let's go ahead and give him some colors. That's a really mustardy yellow. I don't feel like that fits. That's a better yellow. That's a more Pikachu yellow. What do you guys think? That's a good Pikachu. That's a good Pikachu yellow. If this seems a little rushed, it's because it kind of is. Because I need this edited and ready before 3 p.m. Hopefully. I try to keep the uploads. If you guys didn't, you guys probably, well, you don't know. I'm the one who uploads all the videos to the channel. Mainly just because my internet speed's fast. And because I've got nothing better to do. I've got no job at the moment. Been living off of nothing but art commissions, which, you know, it's decent. It's probably not the smartest way to live, paycheck to paycheck. But at my last job, it was getting to a point where I was, where I hated it every second of every day while working there. So, at one point I just had to stop because it was either I stopped doing that or some really negative things would have happened. And sometimes you have to recognize in your life when it's time to move the fuck on. And know that if you don't, things aren't going to get better. So I chose to move on, and things, I mean, things are alright for now. But it's definitely not, it's not the smartest move financially. Mentally, it's done wonders for me. Financially, though, I am hurting. But you don't really need to worry about that. I mean, that's my own problems. You guys have your own. And you guys should focus on your stuff. Just like I need to focus on my stuff. I'm only talking about it here because I've got nothing else to talk about because, basically asleep. You guys are just lucky I like talking. Otherwise, this episode would probably be pretty boring, or just a speed paint. Which I've actually thought about making it just a speed paint. But then decided against it because I figured it'd be kind of unfair. So put some light behind this. I don't know if you guys can hear that motorcycle go by, but that's a little annoying. He's got like, it's not black, it's actually just like a dark brown, ain't it? Like when it comes to all this stuff. I'm assuming so. I should probably look at the reference I pulled up. Yeah, oh shit, I forgot. He's got little backgrounds too. What else you got? Missing anything? That's a pretty shite Pikachu, but it's Pikachu. At least I can say that much. At least he's recognizable as Pikachu. Sort of. Man, this episode, it's not very long, is it? I don't want to necessarily make an episode that's way too long, but here, let's go. You and me. Let's do a thing one-on-one. Okay, you and me. You and me. All right. Perspective, very important. Very, very important. Something that every artist needs to learn, alongside anatomy and gestures. Gestures are really important. So is perspective. So let's try something cool. Building humans, when you're drawing people, you want to do it with shapes, basic shapes. So we're going to start with a triangle. Now there's a lot we can do with this. I'm going to try and keep the perspectives a little easy, just so we can move along. So we're going to go with the camera pointing up. We're facing up at our stature, or our character, or whatever. So here's their waist. This is their main torso. You can imagine the arms are going to come off here, the neck start here, then the head come here, and we'll have them looking down at us. Now, they've got some leggies going on, and they'll be kind of fat because our focus is starting here towards the center, and we're working up. So a lot of the perspective will be going up in terms of a triangle, right? So while we're looking like that, let's go ahead and start shaping out the face and body. Not a lot of... you should probably... English! I can't do it. when you're drawing, normally you want to use reference. I'm not using reference, which is not a good idea, because references are important. They help you draw and keep anatomy. But I'm also on a time crunch because I need to get this edited and put out in the same day. So yeah. So we're gonna cheat, basically. I don't know what kind of character we're drawing, but I'm liking her. I'm feeling her, mainly because of the hips. So we're gonna give her some bobbles, some good old boobs. But we're gonna keep them pretty decently small, mainly just cause. Her hand will be facing down towards us. So this is the palm of her hand right there, and fingers go out here. And that. Don't worry about what that line is. That's just me trying to figure things out at the moment. Have her facing down towards us. That's right. Now a rule of thumb when it comes to cropping your drawings, you want to do it above joints. So like if you were cropping this like right here, like to get the bust, I would say crop it above the elbow. And if you're gonna crop it here, you would do it above the knees, because if you leave the joints in, it just looks like there's just stuff left behind, which essentially there is. So we're gonna crop it right there. That looks good. And then we'll increase the image size. All right. So we've got our base basically. What kind of hair should I give her? I'm gonna give her some like, what is it called? It's like a flip or a bob. It's not a bob. A bob would start short. Let's give her a bob actually. A bob might be cuter. We'll figure it out as we go. Basically though, when you're drawing perspective, you can start with simple shapes and you can already see how this is pretty much like shaping out. It's pretty decent. It's not the best. Again, you should use references. References are your friend. If anyone ever says references aren't a good idea, they're lying to you. References are your friend. References will help you with posing, anatomy, and just getting everything generally right. So, if you ever hear like, oh, I do all my drawings without references, good for them. Use references because they will save you every time. And you wouldn't be like struggling like I am right now with putting a pose together without knowing what to do. We're gonna make her wear. What are we gonna make her wear? Let's go with a dress. I like dresses. I personally enjoy dresses. I like drawing them. But we're gonna go with a short kind of cropped dress with no sleeves. So we're gonna do this. So we're gonna run down this line, like down her butt here, right? It's on her hips, since we're looking up at her. But we don't want to get any panty shops. This is a very family-friendly channel, all right? Don't get your hopes up, Jimmy. So yeah, we're gonna have the legs go out there. So now because this dress, the way I'm drawing it, it's kind of hugging onto her. And so also, real quick, for people who draw ladies, boobs don't work like this. Don't do that, because shirts don't cup on boobs like that. Shirts have gravity, and boobs also have gravity, and it acts like a flat plane right there. So that line is more than enough to get your point across. You don't need to draw a whole other boob popping out of a shirt. I'm kind of just rambling on it at this point because I don't know what to talk about. Such is the life of a YouTuber. We're gonna pull down the dress a little bit though. We're gonna have it divot right here where her legs start. That That way it gives the dress itself a little bit more depth, and it's showing that it is kind of gripping on. It's grabbing on a little tight, especially at the bottom. She got them thunder thighs, which is not a bad thing. Don't let anyone ever tell you thunder thighs are a bad thing. You're beautiful no matter how you look, as long as you're a decent person. At least that's what the movies done told me. So we'll go ahead and now you can see I kind of messed up here because of this shoulder and the way it's kind of shaping off. It really shouldn't point off like that, but we're gonna say it's a stylistic choice because I'm lazy. And then the forearm here, it doesn't really wrap down like that. You should probably stop the overcurve a little early. And then you can draw a thumb. That's a bad thumb. Draw a thumb. That in. Get some fingers in. That's still a pretty bad thumb, but it works. It works. Go ahead, shape out the face a little bit. Here, I'm actually gonna zoom in. I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't, but I'm gonna make her eyes. It's not a brush. Make her eyes down. Now you don't need much to convey eyes. A lot of people like to do like fancy things with like eyeliner and like the lashes and stuff. I usually try to stay away from it just because I don't want to spend 6 hours on drawing eyes. Because she's facing down at us, we actually get to draw her nose as if it's facing forward towards us. So we get to keep that number. Let's give her some neat, some like nice trimmed eyebrows. A little line like that. And then for the hair, what do I want to do for the hair? I still can't really decide. Let's pull it up like that, pull it over like that. Let's give her ears, right? And then we're gonna pull from this end, like so, and then pull from that end like so. Give her a little bit of a tuft here, like a little cowlick. Let's build it off like that. That's cute. That works. I like that. It's pretty adorable. We can actually pull another strand like that, erase that a little, and that'll look a little better. So there we go. Now we've got the base of what we want. Go ahead and close off those lines. I didn't do a whole lot, all that well on the perspective of this. Not gonna lie to you guys. It doesn't really look all that great, but that's fine. Don't let your mistakes discourage you because they'll be fine. Let's go ahead. I think I still got time. Let's go ahead and do lighting. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can do it like this. If I can cheat real quick. I need to close up some lines. So close up that line, that line. Make sure these lines are nice and closed. Just a little bit. Close up that. I think that's it. You might be wondering why I'm closing up lines. It's mainly just because I want to use the selection tool and it won't let me if I have any open lines. Alright. Invert that. Grab this. Grab like a nice light gray. And just fill her in real quick. Alright. So light. Light is very, very important in a lot of art because it dictates a lot. So we're going to say our light source is going to be coming from right here. And we're going to have it go down like that. But the spotlight is going straight down like that. So how do we portray that? Well, we can start off with shadows. See, if the light's coming down this way, I'm gonna have a heavy shadow right here, and I'm just gonna use black just because it'll be quicker for me. It's how I usually draw, so I like using a lot of heavy tones personally. So if the light's coming down from here, it'll hit a lot of these. So we'll have some shadow cast here, probably. Smooth it out a little bit, work it. What a lot of drawing is really is just working out everything all at the same time. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to unclip it. There we go. A lot of what drawing is, it's kind of like molding with just lines in a way. I guess that's one way to put it. I want that there. It's coming down here, so technically we could do this if we really wanted to. Would I want that? No, we're gonna not do it like that. And because the light's coming down here, shadow for this will get casted down over here. Put that darken that a little bit. Pull that. Put the lines thicker here. Definitely gonna have, since it's coming down, have a thicker shadow here on the thigh. A thin one there. And then the light should hit the front of her thigh right here. So the other side should get a little darker over here. Just because the light is getting hit here first before coming over. Her hand will technically be dark. I'm sorry if this feels really rushed. Like, I really tried my hardest to get a good Doodles with Friends episode out today, but things just didn't go out the way I planned it to. And so sometimes we just gotta make do, you know? I guess her chin would cast a shadow a little bit, right? Get a little bit of shadow on the tip of her hair right here. And yeah, so now we can do highlights. Highlights are a little different. How much lighter do I really want to go? So the light could be hitting right here, and because boobs are 3D spaced, it'll also be hitting right there. It's probably hitting on this edge coming down, and it should be hitting probably on this edge as well, and then on this edge, if the light is coming from a more forward angle. It should probably actually pull down a little bit more here too, just because of the way clothing works. Pull that up there. Probably wrap it around like that a little bit more too, and probably put highlight like that. Maybe get the nose a little bit, side of the face. Oh no, I don't want to erase. I want to blend or blur. Really. Same difference. So we're gonna blur that in a little bit just to soften up these lights. Just cause why not? You know? And then there you go. That's technically all you need to do in terms of lighting. I mean, there's a lot more you can do. There's a lot of different ways to approach this, but I'm honestly running out of time for the episode, so I can't really spend a whole lot of time on this. You know? what if I did this? That. No, okay. No. It doesn't do what I thought it would do. I would say though, if you are, say, let's use the light of this color. Like, let's use that. So if you were doing that, you would actually want to infuse a little bit of this light into whatever you're drawing, right? You want the color of the light to come off too. So I would do something kind of like this, where I just kind of add the color itself in on like a multiply layer, and then probably just kind of work it in there with the blend tool. Probably get a bigger blend tool just to really work it in, just to give it that little feel. Now this is really just working with a few color tones. There's a lot more you can do with this if you had if we had a lot more time and I didn't pick such a crappy pose. I just noticed I've been looking down this entire time and not at the camera at all. So that was probably not fun to watch either, but I think this will be this will hopefully do it for this episode, guys. Sorry for the weird episode this time, but I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Did you like the video like this? Would you like more like this? Let me know. Maybe I can do other things when I'm like way less tired. You know? Yeah, you know. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Hey guys.